if you have ever been to Zambia, this will not be shocking to you. I know some Zambians are going to get offended for me saying this, but Zambians are foreigners in their own country. I mean, going to Zambia for the first time, it was shocking to me to see Chinese signboards everywhere. Everything were in Chinese. How could you allow foreigners to come and establish businesses in your country and everything is in their own language? Something like this will never ever happen in China. This is why I'm saying that Zambians are foreigners in their own country. If you live in Zambia, you can testify what I'm saying, that when you go to Lusaka, almost every Chinese signboard is in Chinese. They're advertising in Chinese. So how can the citizen of the country understand what they are saying, which makes you what? A foreigner in your own country. Yo, what up, beautiful people? It's your boy Mr. Ghana Baby right here in Lusaka. Like, I'm moving around the city trying to get some shot, but what I'm seeing, I mean, this is gonna be my last video before I leave this country. It's kind of crazy because I feel like I'm back again in China. And everywhere, like, this is just super crazy. What? Have you ever been to China?
No, we've never been to China. Oh yeah, we've been to China. We are already in China.
This is my first time.
This is the first time.
Chinese people everywhere. Chinese construction everywhere.
Let me ask you a question. When was your last time for China?
The last time in China was around June.
Were you, and you know today in China as well?
And today I'm in China. Like, you see, see, along the road, man. Can you guys see? It's like everywhere. I see Chinese characters everywhere. But I mean, Zambia. This is unbelievable. That was 7 December during my stay in Lusaka, Zambia. Let me tell you something. I have nothing against immigration, but sometimes you just have to respect the culture, the rules and regulations of the country that you visit. How can you be traveling to somebody's country and you disrespect them by making signboards in your own language? I mean, you will feel the presence of China right afterward, the arrival in Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. I mean, their new airport is built by China. And then even if you get out of the airport, you will see Chinese signboards, like everything is in Chinese. I got proofs. I was there. When you drive out of the airport, that's when you see a signboard welcoming you to Lusaka, Zambia, with a Zambian flag and a Chinese flag saying that work together and win together. But my question is, are you guys really working together? That is what I want to know. I never wanted to talk about this because I realized that anytime I identify a problem in an African country and I talk about it, the people living in that country attack me. I mean, there's so many things that are happening in African country that sometimes when I see it, I become so sad and I would love to talk about it. But because of disunity among us, anytime you talk about it, they will tell you that you are not from our country. Your country also have problems. So talk about your country's problem. But I just want to tell Africans that when we come together as one, a Zambian problem is my problem. I mean, it feels so sad to see the dominance of Chinese people in Lusaka, Zambia, and at the same time seeing that they've established their own bank, that is Bank of China's presence in what? Zambia. So which means all the money that they are making in Zambia, they're taking it straight to what? China, because they have their own bank. So it feels so easy to make money and deposit in the Bank of China and the money goes straight to China. Is this what we call win-win cooperation? Wake up, Africans.
Imagine being called a foreigner in your own country by a foreigner. Well, that's the predicament of a male Zambian national who has chosen to. Could it be that our leaders know something about the Zambia-China dealings which we don't know? Can a Zambian behave like this in China? This is quite strange and strange indeed.
This is quite strange and strange indeed. I mean, this is what I've been talking about. There's nothing like transparency between Africa and China relationship. The things that some Chinese are doing in Africa are the things that no African dared to do in China. If there is no transparency, then there will never be a mutual respect between Africa and China. Because you and I don't know whatever is going on between the two. Because they will disrespect you in their various countries, and whenever they come into your own country, they also disrespect you. I'm sorry to say this, but Africans are becoming one of the most disrespected race in the entire world. They disrespect us abroad, and in our own countries too, they keep on disrespecting us. What have we done to deserve this? This is not the first time something like this is happening in the continent. I think I talked about this in 2017, where a group of Chinese were disrespecting Zambians in Zambia and uploading it on Chinese social media, making fun of the people living in Zambia. I wrote a letter to the ambassador to China and I never got a response. And until I got a chance to visit Lusaka, that is when I got to understand why I never got a response from the ambassador, because they are foreigners in their various countries.